Hi, welcome to Fabric Bias. It is towards the end of May 2026, and I went garage sailing yesterday, and it was a very, very, very windy day. This one of these last garage sales we went to, she had these tubs of fabric that she was getting rid of. She wanted $15 a tub, and there were pieces in it. When I looked at it, I thought, oh, this looks really interesting, and it might be fun to grab a $15 tub. And as I said, super windy. As a matter of fact, one of her stands blew over while we were there. She's like, okay, it's time to call it quits because the wind's just picking up, which is not typical for where we live, but it does happen. But got it in the car, got home, pulled it out, started looking through it, and again, really windy day. Very, very clearly she was a smoker. So I did something I wouldn't normally do. I just took the whole thing, dumped it into my washer. I was going to do 2 loads, but 1 load fit, and put it on the deep wash cycle and upped it up so I can add rinses to it. And so I think I did a maximum number of rinses on it. It went 2 hours. This washer will do a 2-hour load. And yeah, so the smell is gone, and I'm pulling through it, and because I dumped it all together, I'm ending up with lots and lots of threads and twists and stuff. Normally what I do if I'm doing these pieces, one, I don't buy a bucket full of fabric just because, but and because I really don't need fabric, but there were some cute things in here I thought that I spotted, but I would normally put them in separately in bags, in lingerie bags, wash them that way, and then you don't get up with as many tangles. At least I haven't in my experience. So some of this stuff is going to go definitely just straight to the, there we go, straight to the trash. I'm not going to bother to try to recover that. I actually have a little pile over here of stuff, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to deal with that. I am finding, an interesting collection of fabrics, which is kind of the fun part of doing this, is you find, stuff you wouldn't normally buy and stuff that you can be really creative with. Now that's going to go into the trash, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to save all the little pieces. I already have a ton of scraps of my own. Well, I guess these are my scraps now too, so I don't know that I'll keep a lot of the little pieces, but what I'm doing is just picking up the big piles, and if I come across a huge knot or dangly fabric like this, I'm just taking a pair of scissors and I'm cutting all of that before I put it in the dryer, and I will do a damp dry for these so that it's easier to press all the wrinkles out of it, because there's clearly going to be a lot of wrinkles in here. So a bit of an insane thing to do, I think, maybe. Still, I think I'm gonna get some fun fabric out of this that I can make some small things with. And there were actually some really big pieces, not really, really big pieces, but I think I found one piece that was at least over a yard. Oh, here's another piece. Nope, that's not really that big. But there are some bigger pieces in here. It's just gonna take me a while to get it all cut apart, get in the dryer. So I thought I'd pause for a minute and show it to you, what I've come across so far and cut out. so far, and I don't know how to turn the light on in my dryer. So if I close it and open it again. Yeah, there we go. So that was a bigger piece. This was the bigger piece, the biggest piece I found. Not that attractive to me, but it'll be nice if I decide I can donate it if I don't like it. But I like this. So there are some pieces and I like this, and this was a pretty big piece right here. So anyway, I'm gonna go through and keep going. It's gonna take me a while to get through all of that. And once I get it all out of here, get it in the dryer, I still have to press it before I can use it. And yeah, so maybe a little bit insane, but that's all right. I have the time. Starting next week, I'm on vacation. So, yep, I have definitely got some things to do. All right, I'm going to stop there. I'll be back in a flash. Okay, I just pulled this one up. I really like the design on this one, but I don't know, can you see? Look how thin that fabric is. But I think I can line that with maybe shape flex or another interfacing and still do something really cute with it. I really like that fabric. Okay. Not making it very far. Still lots to go. Back in a flash. Okay. Next set I pulled out. I mean, there's more in between, just so you can kind of see. This is what I'm dealing with here. I have all this stuff. So I'll just cut this apart and then start pulling the threads out of it. And then any long dangly threads I'm going to get rid of. I did find, I haven't pulled it out yet, this piece right here. This has a pocket on it, right? I don't know if you can see it. It looks like it might have been a future apron based on the cuts. And I'm not actually sure what it'll turn out. I might make it into an apron. I might not. We'll see. Okay. It looks like I'm not even making a dent. Ooh, that looks pretty. But, okay. I'm going to keep trying. Keep going. Back in a flash. Wait, okay. So, this piece, and I think there's another cap piece in here. That's what attracted me to this bucket in the first place. I should have just picked up the one piece and said, hey, can I get this for $1? Or something like that. Rather than, hey, I'll take the whole bucket from you. Yeah. But that's okay. I'm kind of enjoying the finds. And what is that? Oh, no, wait. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? That's actually sewn already. It's sewn on 3 sides. Looks like it was meant to be a pillow, maybe. Oof, gonna have to figure out what I want to do with that. Oh, okay. I'm not sure. Well, entertainment value at any rate, I'm getting $15 of entertainment out of this. So, all right, now back in a flash. Still going. Every time I think I'm getting close, it just seems to expand. And I think I'm getting most of the big pieces out of here, so it's going to take me longer to get this rest done. Oh, well, here we go. And here's the pile so far. All right, back in a bit. Okay, so I still have a bit to go, but I no longer have any room in the dryer. This is the pile from the last shots that I took. That's what's still left in the washer, which I can actually see some of the base over here, so that's good. So far, this is what I've cut off from here, and by no means, I did not get it all. I mean, you can see I wasn't trying to take it all. I was trying to take really the long strings. Here's one I should have cut off. So I was curious to see. The dryer's been running for about half an hour while I've been doing this, and this is what I got out of the lint trap, which was empty before I started, because I always empty the lint trap before I start, so I was kind of curious to see if there'd be a lot. But yeah, the dryer's full. So, all right, I'm reaching an end, yay, because if I'm being honest, getting a little bored. But that's okay, because I'm determined to get this done. All right, I'm going to push this stuff aside, make a stack over here, and start getting the rest of this done. And then, yeah, I still have to get it out of the dryer, get it flat before I press it, because I'm definitely not going to be pressing it today. Not all of this, at any rate. And, yeah, and I don't want to add extra wrinkles that are harder to get out. Plus, it's just damp drying in there, too, so I'm not going to worry about that. I can't leave it for too long. This might be like a weeks-long project to get it all into shape. I'm going to keep going. Back in a flash. Okay, and wait, look. I can almost see the bottom really well. Well, I'm not. I'm getting really close. But here's this batch. Oh, I wanted to show you this. So this looks like it was stitched to be a napkin of sorts. My mom loves cardinals, so I pulled that out just to show you that. I think I might just send that to her just like that and not do anything with that, because I think she'll like it. Maybe she can use it as a decorative piece. I'm not sure. But, oh, I need to trim that. And here we go. Back to that round. Set that down. This is where I'm at right now with that. Dryer's still going. I'm not going to check that out again, but maybe 1-2 more rounds and I'll be done. And then I have to get it all out of the dryer and get it flat so that it doesn't wrinkle too much, so it's not too hard to press. We'll see. Okay, lots more work to go. Here we go. Not done. I was hoping to get done. I was racing the dryer because I had the dryer set for an hour, and my stuff again is damp dry, but it's so full. That's gonna happen. But I got really close. I'll have this to straighten out and get some of the threads out of my dryer or washer. And yeah, I'm almost done. But then again, I have to go straighten it all out after that from the dryer. Oh, let me give you one more. You can hear my dryer still running in the background. Oh, and there it goes. Okay, so according to the dryer timer, I've been doing this for more than an hour because it was pretty full when I started it. See you in a bit. All right, I restarted the dryer. According to the dryer, it's taken me 14 minutes to do that last little bit here, and a lot of it was just, little pieces, and some of it was, a lot of threads, which I didn't get all the way off. I gotta get in there and clean up all the little threads in there, but I'll knock everything off the edge here if I do that. And then, besides what's in there, what's coming out of my dryer, there it is. That's everything I got off. Or either it came off in the wash and I picked it up, or I cut it off from there, besides what's in there. All right, I need to clear space so I can fold up the stuff that's in the dryer and get this stuff that's here to lightly dry in the dryer. I have this stack here that I haven't decided what I want to do with it yet. I might throw this in with this batch and see what happens. There's the rest of that batch right there. Okay, not sure when I'll be back, but I'll be back in a flash for you. Okay, that was a shock. So I went to go take out that first load, and even though I'd already emptied the lint trap just about 20 minutes ago, yeah, it completely filled up from there. Good thing I checked it. Gonna go put the next batch in. Hopefully it won't be this linty, but I'll definitely be checking it. All right, back to the next step. All done for now. Everything is folded back up, not pressed, of course. I got a big box full of fabric, and it doesn't smell. So that's nice little pieces on top. Well, that's the napkin. And bigger pieces towards the bottom, except for a few big pieces up top here. And just layers and layers of this whole box packed with fabric. And then I put the odds and ends that I didn't know that I wanted to keep because they were just kind of really rolled up pieces. I hope you like this. I hope it was helpful. I hope that wherever, whenever you're at, you're having a great time. And thanks for watching.